What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Brothers Under the Tree. It's your boy, man, Quez, coming straight from work. Uh, yeah, afternoon work. Uh, yeah, man, just ready for my co to join. So we can chat with y'all for a little bit. You know, got stuff to talk about. Quite a little bit of stuff. So we'll see how it go, man. We'll see how it go. Yeah, what's up, man? What's up? Welcome to the podcast, man. Welcome, Tyson. All right, man. You ready to go and get to it, man?
Mm.
All right, man. Breaking news, probably a hot 10, 15 minutes ago, man. Michael Parsons been traded to the Green Bay Packers. So the Packers received Michael Parsons, and he already signed his deal, 4 years, $188 million, 62 the first year of the deal, and 120 something guaranteed fully. Cowboys received Kenny Clark, three-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle, two first-round picks in 26 and 27, and a couple more things. So, one, what's your initial reaction? Two, who won the trade? You know, dead serious.
So, yes, sir. Cowboys get weaker. Cowboys get weaker.
Right.
I'm happy. I think it was good severance. I think he was Zion Williamson of the Cowboys.
Okay.
So I feel like it was good. Good to clear house. I had already knew he wasn't gonna get signed by Dallas. I knew the writing on the wall was for him in Dallas. They've been tired of Michael Parsons, so
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna get out of
Okay.
there. Now, as
All
far as
right.
going to Green Bay, you better show me some.
Not a believer quite yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Anything else to say before I go?
Go ahead.
All right, man. Mixed feelings. I ain't gonna lie to you. It feels kind of weird, but hey, it happens. You know, we lost a pass rush. It's crazy how they folded for Dak and they waited till right before the season for CD. I thought they was gonna pay him, but you know they ended up trading one of them. Cool. Green Bay got them a pass rush to help with the defense, but they gave up their defensive tackle, three-time Pro Bowler Kenny Clark, which is what the Cowboys needed, a run stopper who has the ability to, you know, rush the pass from time to time, but they definitely needed a run stopper. So, you know, I'm glad we got that. All right. Uh, well, we got that out of the way. Packers won right now initially. We'll see how the first round picks pan out. I ain't tripping, man. You know, good luck in Green Bay. Let's see how you perform in the snow. I'm going to be two. Uh, all right. Next news. You know, the super fight is coming up next in a couple of weeks. So we ain't gonna talk about Crawford versus Canelo. Probably gonna try to get a couple of special guests in for that. But in other boxing news, we do have another super fight. As Jake Paul will challenge Javante Tank Davis for you know, hopefully it don't become official in the fourth round like he did with Tyson. But what you think about the news, Tyson, Paul?
Kind of weird because Tank got to go up so much weight, or Jake Paul got to lose so much weight. Um, if Tank decide to go up, I hate to say it, but I think it's an easy knockout for Jake Paul.
Okay.
If he decide to go down, I don't think the fight will ever happen
Really?
because you talking about losing 60 pounds, maybe 70. Mm, that's a lot of weight to be moving around. Mm. And I know from times I don't lost weight in my life, man. 70 pounds make a big difference in power. 50
Yeah, that
pounds make
Paul
30. I say
overcoming that.
30 pounds make a big difference.
Overcoming that adversity, overcoming that power and weight. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. That's the same thing. Um, that's the same thing Crawford gonna have to do going up in weight with Canelo. I mean, we ain't gonna do our predictions right now, but I know Crawford been training hard, doing everything he needs to. It's different when you keep climbing weight. Canelo really don't gotta fluctuate or move. It's definitely finna. We definitely finna see how it goes.
I just think stamina gonna play a big role.
Yeah.
A Bubba Dub breakdown of the whole Canelo versus Bud fight, I think it was the most accurate breakdown you can do.
Yeah. All right, so like I
Ooh.
said, we're gonna save that for later because we don't want to give off predictions just yet. But in other news, um, Derrick Rose will be getting his jersey retired this year by the Chicago Bulls. So,
Mm-hmm.
what's your thoughts? Did he deserve it? What's your thoughts on it? And yeah, let's just talk about Derrick Rose and the jersey retirement.
Very well reserved. Reserved, I
Okay.
mean. Um, I'm glad they did it as fast as they should.
All right.
Um, youngest MVP ever against all the great MVPs. Then, if you one of the ones that say LeBron is the GOAT, he won it against LeBron. Kobe still was in his prime. Melo was in his prime. All the top Hall of Famers from the common era, meaning post 2003 draft class, was in their prime.
All right.
Um, the Thunder contenders. Everybody was contenders. D Rose was really a contender. If D Rose would have never got hurt, who knows how the playoffs would have been? How the championships would have been altered.
All right.
Who knows? Um, so if Derrick Rose would have never got hurt, would we have Jimmy Butler?
Mm.
We may never know.
Interesting. Interesting.
So things of that nature, things have to transpire. But you talking about somebody that brung passion, somebody that brung total bag. The only thing he didn't have was a consistent three ball. Arguably one of the greatest finishers ever.
Talk about it for a couple of minutes. I'm coming right back. Just go ahead and keep talking for a couple of minutes.
But so D Rose, in totality, I don't like the people that give him gripes, that talk bad about him because you talking like I say, if it weren't for D Rose, we wouldn't have Westbrook. If it weren't for D Rose, we wouldn't have Ja Morant. You talking about somebody that was just they want to give John Wall credit, De'Aaron Fox credit. They don't give D Rose the credit he deserves for being quick, agile. Uh, D Rose was probably top three, not three, fastest in the league. Vertical out this world. He could do everything. A great passer, good in the pick and roll, good in the open court, good ISO ball. Get to the rim. They think Kyrie can finish. They think LeBron can finish. D Rose was the most acrobatic guard we probably ever seen.
Okay.
You talking about reversals, Euro steps, and let's not talk about the floater game. So that man was a complete guard outside of the three ball, but at the time Curry wasn't hitting threes. We didn't know what Curry was. We weren't focused on threes the way we is now. So, then every time you got to think the man never got a chance to prove himself after that MVP because he came back towards meniscus, came back the next season towards MCL in the other knee, came back, had ankle problems. Then when he scored that 50 in Minnesota. You couldn't tell me the whole league didn't feel it. Even people that didn't like the Bulls, they still felt when Derrick Rose scored that 50.
Right.
So you talking about somebody that brings something to the game that a lot of people couldn't bring.
Right.
The man never was considered a slouch. Even when he came back from injury, when he had games when he played at least 30, 40 games in the season, they always said, man, Derrick Rose is solid. It's never lost the bounce.
That's true.
So that's how I feel about it. It's well deserved. I'm glad they did it as fast as they did. And he really, in my eyes, he really deserves a statue. But you can't because you got Michael Jordan there. So he gonna always, to me, he's number two. Bull of all time. But I respect people if they say he's number three.
Right.
Only if Scotty is considered number two. Now, if you put somebody number two that's not Scotty, I can't respect it. But that's just my thoughts.
Okay. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna. You hear me? Ella. Ella. You hear me? Hello. No. Yeah. Till he get back, let me go ahead and continue. Um, I think it's well deserved. I think it goes without saying. Um, you know, he really like I say he youngest MVP ever, great player. He probably, if not the biggest what if in the 2000s, definitely the biggest what if in the 2010s. He did everything he could. He put the team on his back offensively. I mean, they had a bunch of defenders, but Derrick Rose was no slouch defender. Defensively, he applied pressure to everybody. Everybody had to be on their toes. Everybody had to be ready, do what they needed to do. It was just, injuries caught him, and the worst kind of injury caught him. That's the thing. So I don't know, man. But definitely, like I say, should be in the Bulls Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, shout out Derrick Rose getting his jersey retirement. And he probably would have been the second Bull to get a statue if it wasn't for if it wasn't for the injuries he sustained. He definitely would have got one. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but hopefully he yeah. I mean, now you good. I was just making sure. I was talking to him. I was talking to him about D Rose and that he deserves it. Probably the biggest what if of the whole 2000, definitely the 2010s. Would have had a statue too. Like I said, if he wouldn't have got injured, there'd have been two statues. I don't, wouldn't have just been. They'd probably just put them on opposite sides, but definitely been two. He'd have got him at least one championship. Uh, Probably would have had another MVP too. But you never know how this MVP go. Voting be. Uh, well, since we got one point guard out the way who's retired and getting the jersey retired, let's talk about another point guard. John Wall announced his retirement, 10-year career. So Hall of Famer, and what's your overall thoughts of him as a player? Hmm.
He was okay. He wasn't never consistent enough. Hold on.
Yeah, one of my co-hosts.
My kids just got home.
Let me go and talk real quick
Huh.
while you
Go.
get adjusted.
Go
Oh,
ahead. You good. You good. What's up? What's going on? No, go in your room. Watch TV in your room. Take Carter back there with you. All right, go ahead, Chris.
yeah, we were talking about you was talking about John Wall, his legacy, should he be a Hall of
Oh,
Famer?
yeah, he just was kind of like he was never good enough to lead a team to the championship, and he stayed so hurt so much that he didn't get a chance to prove that he was a deserving player.
Mm.
Him and
So,
Bill worked good together, but he just was never no talent. When I was like, yeah, he wasn't. No, let me see. I'm gonna give it a one and done person. He wasn't a Westbrook, and he wasn't. He wasn't a He was more so like a Jason Kidd kind of type of player. Well, he was good if he had great help, but if he didn't have solid help, he could never do nothing. I think he was a great Robin or a great 1B, but I don't think he
okay.
could never be a true number one.
That's so staying healthy, you don't think him and Bill could have figured it out at least took and got at least to a conference championship?
No, they would have been like Embiid.
All right. Like I said, career. I remember John Wall. He was fast, had a good little mid range to get to the hole. I agree with my co-host. He probably would have never been the guy to be on the championship team or even finals appearance type team. Similar to Kemba Walker, although I'd take Kemba over him, if I had to choose. 100% healthy, everything good. And however you want to say it, I would take Kemba over him. But like I said, solid career until the injuries came. Like I said, obviously, he had an ACL and Achilles back to back, similar to Klay Thompson. But with his athleticism, he could never really rebound or recover because it seemed like those injuries lingered after the surgery was successful and he did rehab. So, like I said, had a good 10-year career. A lot of people ain't able to have a 10-year career, but, like I said, tarnished by injuries. And like I said, they love to say how he was on the Clippers, Rockets, and stuff like that, but nobody even remember him on the Clippers. But, unfortunately, that's how it goes for some time. So, yeah. All right. Let's stay with basketball, but this time we're gonna use a wing player. I don't know if you want to call him a guard or a forward. Guess it depends on the night. But Jalen Brown's father got arrested for stabbing somebody with a bat turn. He's facing serious charges. So I don't know if you're familiar with the story, but apparently he got into an argument with somebody, and then it's alleged that when the guy had turned his back walking away, Jalen Brown's father grabbed a knife or something, some kind of weapon, and stabbed him with it multiple times. So what's your thoughts on that, story? You
Hey,
got any
hey,
opinions?
Jalen Brown.
Yeah, Jalen Brown daddy.
Oh, so he went to jail for defense, or he went to jail because he assaulted someone?
He's hollering. He's claiming self-defense, but according to witnesses and the police report, that the guy he was arguing with had walked away and turned his back, and that Jalen Brown's dad stabbed him multiple times while he was with his back turned and was walking away. So just wanted to get your thoughts on it if you had any.
I say it like this. In that situation, I can't say who at fault, who ain't at fault, because I wasn't there. But if it's not self-defense or if he was turning his back, according to the law, no matter how big of a threat it is, if a person turn their back, they consider that as non-lethal. I mean, not or non-threatening.
Okay.
So a person can be beating you senseless, but if they turn their back and you punch them, you just as much as at fault as they was for attacking you. It's kind of like if somebody breaking your house and they turn their back walking out the door, you can't do nothing to them.
Mm, yeah.
So in that terms, I mean, I hate it. It's sad, but it's life. Hey,
Hmm.
ain't no telling what was said. Ain't no telling what was insinuated. They not putting all that in there, yeah, or that ain't been released yet. So just 'cause it's a celebrity daddy, I think we get caught up in it, a little too much than what it really is. You got to break down the bare principles of it.
Get back.
Like
Uh-huh.
it's
Uh-huh.
just a, it's
Have a good
just
night.
another, it's just another guy, you know, dealing with violence.
Yeah.
But that's just how I feel about it.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't got too much to say. Like I said, I'm about the same with you, man. Like I said, people get in this situation, altercations, can't be caught up in the idol worship or somebody you idolize, favorite or favorite athlete type thing. I just seen, yeah, it came across the sports airways. You go on by sports airways, so we kind of get caught up in that. And I hadn't saw it in the headlines. I said, figure we could talk about it, give our opinion real quick. You know, if it was self-defense, then, like I said, happened. I don't know what the situation or the altercation was over, but, if what they're accusing or claiming that the guy was walking away and he was no longer a threat with his back turned, you can't go after him with a weapon. That's not no longer self-defense. That's like not premeditated. I don't know which one's called. Oh, it might be. No, it's not really premeditated because you probably didn't think about doing it, but it's similar to that. Um, and yeah, so that's how I'm feeling. We'll see how the case develops. I'm pretty sure getting Brown maybe get him a good lawyer. Hopefully. I mean, I just I don't know what the situation is, but whoever the victim or whatever the situation is, it will be figured out later. And, that's all I pretty much got to say about that. Um, what else we got? Well, while it's on the mind, college football season kicked off last year, but I mean last year, wow, last season. Man, what is wrong with me? Last week, we had a couple of key games. The biggest game was two ranked, top 25 ranked matchup between two ranked teams, Kansas State and Iowa State. Ah, oh yeah, I'm fixing it. uh, yeah. But college football started with Iowa State, Kansas State. Iowa State, the lower ranked team, I think it was 22, beat 17th Kansas. So this week is the official week, but everybody's kicking off pretty much. So let's go and get a couple of key matchups out the way. But before we do, I'm a Florida State fan. My co-host Tyson's a Florida Gator fan. So we'll start with Tyson. What's your expectations for the Florida Gators out besides starting 1-0 against this created college they playing, Long Beach Island University? But I don't even want to go there. What's your thoughts and expectations for the Florida Gators this year, brother? Honest, man. Don't get the big head. No, Tebow ain't coming back.
Confetti. Shout out to the Gators. Shout out to my rivals, Florida State. Shout out, and I'm going on record and saying this year, I'm happy as long as we beat Long Beach, Long Institute, whatever our game is tomorrow. As long as we beat them and we beat Georgia, it's a win for me.
Mm.
Realistically though, 12 game season. Uh, we
You
play the
already know one game,
Crumbs.
y'all losing.
I think the Crumbs. We play the Crumbs at the end of the season. I think that's our last game or second to last game. Yeah, so we
Look, you
beat the
talking about
Crumbs.
Kentucky or something.
Now I'm talking about FSU, the Crumb Bombs.
Huh.
Oh, the Crumb Bombs. We play the Crumb Bombs.
Really, somebody to lose, huh?
So I say our best record will be 8-4.
Okay.
Worst at worst we'll be 5-7.
Yeah.
We'll beat Georgia this year, guaranteed. You heard it here first. Um, we'll beat FSU, and
Mm.
I'm gonna go and say it right now. We're going 3-0 to start off the season. Long Beach, y'all. That's a what you call it, preseason win. Um, South Florida, we'll beat them. We'll think they're gonna let them think it's a close game. We'll end up beating them. LSU, bash that trash. It's over with. Bye bye LSU. So we're gonna start out 3-0 to start the season. Then we'll lose about 4 games straight. I mean 3 games straight. We'll level back off at the end of the year.
Okay. You done spewing nonsense now? Can I go?
Go ahead.
Okay. So like I said, Florida State. You know, I done ate a lot of food in my life: chicken, deer, pork, fish. I had some quail, had some frog legs. And I had plenty of animals. That I done ate for dinner, snack. I don't know, entree, whatever you want to call the words. I've had it, but something I never had. Although I've had elephant ears, but that's kind of like a fake dessert, pastry, whatever. But coming this Saturday, Saturday afternoon slash evening, I had some elephant for dinner. Alabama coming to town, and guess what? We gonna win. I'm calling it by 10 or better. I'm saying, nah, I'll take it back. I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna say 24-20. We beat Alabama, knock off the number 18, make them 18th ranked. We'll probably get bumped up to 22-21 because it's Bama. We coming back. We won 2 games last year. We got to at least get 7 wins. Get the Cornflake Bowl uh, on December 23rd at 3 p.m. Uh, but yeah, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat the Florida Gators. Obviously, we're gonna beat Miami. We're gonna beat Clemson. As long as I get those wins, at least 3 out of those 4, I'm good to go. I already know Florida and Miami we're gonna beat. It's just about Clemson. Uh, but outside of that, like I said, looking for a good year. He's trying to get bowl eligible. Oh boy, definitely got to have a chance that you're winning 2 games. Man. If you don't,
Quick question.
yeah.
Who y'all beat last year?
Good question. Virginia and I'm Division 2 school.
Right. So 50% of y'all win came from what? A D2 school? I digress.
I, I like that. But guess what? Everybody love a comeback story, and this is it. It happens this year, 2025.
You
We
think
get
so?
our
You know
comeback
so.
story, and don't try to come on over. Y'all drowning in the swamp.
Can't drown a gator. That's our habitat.
Bow wow. Anyway, moving on, but staying with college football, we got some big marquee matchups this Saturday. So I'm gonna give you the matchups, and you tell me who you got winning and what's the score and why. But it ain't gotta be too long, kind of brief. Uh, we're gonna start off with, I think it's a top 10 matchup if I'm not mistaken. We got Miami hitting the Notre Dame.
I want to say Miami, but some just tell me Notre Dame gonna bash that trash. Let me start sounding like my daddy. Notre Dame gonna get. Notre Dame gonna come in there and have their way with them. That's the nice way to say it, the politically correct way to say it. In other words, they gonna didify them, boy. It's over with. Straight, no Vaseline, no ice cube needed. It's over with for them. Miami, y'all, bottom of the totem pole again. Cam Ward saved y'all legacy.
Mm. So you don't believe in Carson Beck coming from Georgia to Miami to save the day, huh?
Mm-mm. Ain't no saving Miami. Miami, they seen their highlights and they ain't capitalized. Kind of like I must say they Northern Florida neighbor FSU
Mm.
13-0 still couldn't even snip the playoffs. Miami, y'all in that same boat. Y'all won't snip the playoff for the next 10, 15 years. I said it. You heard it here first. The Gators will win another national championship for y'all sniff the playoffs.
And then you woke up, right?
And then I told the truth again.
All right. Anyway, so what you said, who you got winning and what's the score?
Notre Dame, Miami seems to have a tendency to score high points. So I say Notre Dame. I'm gonna say Notre Dame 40, Miami 36.
Mm. Okay. Uh, just because they're the Rob, I refuse to go with Miami. I'm going with Notre Dame. Notre Dame tend to have a good defense. Defense show up early, but the offense don't. So I'm thinking for old Doc Don, drag him out, dog fight, boring, low scoring game, especially Carson Bit. He gonna give you 3, 4 interception opportunities at least. So I'm gonna go with Notre Dame. I think they run game and they defense help them out. We're gonna see how they bounce back from losing in the national championship. So go Notre Dame 17-10. All right. Now another one I know it's top 10. We got the LSU Tigers, number 9, going to visit some more Tigers. Tiger on Tiger violence. Number 4, Clemson. Who you got?
I got Clemson. I got Clemson because I was forced in a bit. I talk too slow sometimes, so yeah. As much I want to go with LSU, I think it's gonna be because Clemson another one of them schools that like to score high numbers and defense be trash. So it's gonna probably be a shootout. If Clemson win, it'll be 42-35.
Okay. Nah, I don't see that happening. I think they both got defense. I don't think neither one of them get 30. But I could see them easily both getting about mid 20s. You know, could be a couple of group of scores, pick sixes, and I'm going. Like I said, since we this ain't no shock. Since I got the other team in the bit, I'm thinking LSU come out pick. Not sure. What's the dude now? Oh, I'm not sure. I just do. I'm just fixing it. Uh, but I'm going LSU 28. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna go LSU 29-28. They go for 2 at the end of the game and they win. All right, and last but not least, we got the defending champs, number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes hosting the number 1 team in the nation, Arch Manning, and the Texas Longhorns. Who you got?
Ohio State 28, Texas 23.
Okay. Mm, I'm going with Arch Manning, man. I'm buying into the hype. Plus, I like Texas. And if you Texas, y'all don't do it now, when y'all gonna do it? So I'm going Texas. Now this one I think gonna be a blowout. I mean a shootout because neither one of them defense gonna show up week 1 because it's week 1. Anticipated game. I'm going 38-33 Texas. All right. Yep. All right. And then last, you hear me? All right. Last thing I got for sports. Uh, just want to talk about it. It's official that Daniel Jones will be the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, man. So, how you feel about the move for that? And also, do you think it's over for Anthony Richardson, or he still got a chance, or could he go to another team and shine like Darnold and Geno did, in their career?
For you to be a professional and your conditioning ain't up to par, I told people then when he said that, I'm tired. One thing we all know, we both don't play football organized, we both don't play basketball in the red league, gym class, whatever. The worst thing any coach want to hear from you come out your mouth is I'm tired. For some odd reason, they get off on that. And they want to drill you even more. Pause, no diddy. That's the worst thing you can say to a coach is I'm tired.
What's on that? You're right. You're right, man.
You better off telling a female I ain't pull out in time. Cause I'm telling you, there ain't nothing worse than telling the coach I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah. You wish on that, man. When you right, you right. I ain't gonna hold it. I ain't gonna hold you now. So yeah, I'm with you on that, man. When you're right, you're right. Uh, and if you want to talk about it real quick, I ain't really got no discussion on the matter. Uh, Daniel Jones will be benched. They're gonna have a carousel. Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, coaches little swimming in turmoil. But anyway, if you want to talk about Shadur making the depth chart number 3 quarterback, just his whole situation, it's up to you, man. But I don't really got much to say right now.
Hell, I'm
Only
not
thing
gonna.
before you go, only thing I do got to say is Saints, Steelers. That man could have been y'all backup at least. But anyway,
Go ahead, go ahead for a second. I'm gonna get these kids together.
nah, yeah. So like I said, you don't got no quarterback. Pittsburgh, y'all waited until Aaron Rodgers had an overnight retreat, like a paid retreat. Went and got high all he wanted to. Read books. Went and what's that called? Sipping paint. I mean, did everything he wanted to. Waited until after the draft and then decided, yeah, I'm coming. Like that man didn't know he was gonna play anyway. That man trying to save his legacy. What y'all did, y'all waited on the man. That man could have changed his mind. Luckily he didn't, but that man could have changed his mind and not came. Y'all have been stuck with Mason Rudolph. Man, y'all should have drafted the man. Y'all same thing. Y'all got Rattler. Y'all got this 27-year-old rookie. And y'all know what y'all doing either. But y'all could have been had Shador back there, let him back up 1 year, or in Saints case, went out and went from there. But no, y'all wanna get these randoms and be swimming in irrelevancy for the next, I don't know, 4 years. But to each his own. You like it, I love it. But pretty much all I got to say about that. Uh, some other stuff that happened. Yeah, some other stuff that happened. Uh, I recently just took my wife and kids to see Superman in the movie. Was it last? Yeah, it was last week. Went to see that. It was alright. I mean, like I said, I ain't the biggest Superman fan, but he did okay. Uh, Lex Luthor did a great job as the villain. I gotta give him that now. Like he played his villain role good. I gotta give him that. So, like I said, overall, 1 to 10, I give it about, I think it's 6.5, 7. It wasn't the greatest thing. It wasn't the greatest superhero movie, but you know, we'll see. Like I said, villain was good. Had some good fight sequences. A couple of other characters was in there, like Green Lantern. Uh, what's the dude named Green Lantern? I'm about to say Wonder Man. I've been saying it all the time, Wonder Man. But Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl was in there. And a few other people. But all in all, very good. Pretty good. Start for Superman, especially this new DC world. Uh, cut things obviously wasn't a fan of, but all in all, not too bad. Just a good start. James Gunn, he did it again. Um, he did pretty good with Guardians of the Galaxy. Still doing good with Peacemaker. I haven't started season 2 yet. I'm probably start that tonight or tomorrow, sometime this weekend. You never know with me. I got 1,000 shows I'm supposed to start it. Who knows? Mm. Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
back right there. I'm sorry about that.
But yeah,
Y'all know this.
that was my review for Superman. So,
Hello?
all right, Tyson, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. Listen, man, I love the kids, but listen here, man. Y'all keep them kids. If y'all ain't got kids, shit, keep them kids where they at. Just keep them where they at. Nah, but all jokes aside, kids are the beautiful thing. That's gonna be, one of my top shade topics. But um, I feel like This Shador Sanders, I'm talking about I can go all day, all night, all evening, whatever, every holiday. I could talk about all the wrongs. I want to talk about the rights. And I did a little fellowshipping earlier with a brother in Christ, and I think this whole thing, yeah, we can look at it as just wrong. They could have done this. This could have been done, or this. But what if this is just a big humbling act for Dion itself?
Hmm.
Because Dion is a proud person. Yes, he talk about God and all that and the Bible. And
Great.
I know the God I
Hmm.
serve. But what if God is trying to humble him in terms of him being a proud, cocky? I ain't gonna call him arrogant because I don't think he arrogant. I just think he's cocky. Um, person. Not wholeheartedly. We just know the image of prime time, neon Dion, or whatever you want to call him. But Deion Sanders as a person, only God and his family know. So, I do feel
Hmm.
like it's butt breaking at its modern day butt breaking, like me and my dad was talking about off air. But it's a lot of teams in terms of the simple terms of sports. We knew he was gonna make the team. They just tried to have Cowboys controversy with the headlines, the scandals, the attention. It was all part of their plan. Now we know like Bubba does say, Joe Flacco been playing for 40 years. Tell him to sit down somewhere. We tired of hearing about Joe Flacco. We tired of seeing Joe Flacco. Kind of like with Aaron Rodgers. They say Aaron Rodgers still look good. He just kind of, he's older, but he still looks like he can be a good quarterback. Not a great quarterback, not an amazing quarterback, but good enough quarterback. That can probably lead them to a wild card run. Um, so I think Shador did good. I think Shador's biggest problem is he holds the ball too long, and he's been catered to his whole life. Um, just thinking about him and Shiloh, Dion. If you, because I watched a lot of their stuff. I was kind of invested at an early age because I was one of them kids that tried to make my life alright. I went in and wrote a sob story to see if I can go stay with Dion. When he had his reality show,
Yep. No, I
but
understand.
so if you watched all that time and watch like just how he talked to all of them. Yeah, you as a man that have multiple kids, and you probably feel the same way. Quiz. You cannot talk to every child the same way. You cannot love every child the same way. You love them, but you can't love this child the way you love that child. You can't
Right.
talk to this child the way you talk to that child.
Yep.
So I think Dion's favorite. He always say I had different favorite different days. I think all his girls his favorite, and I think Shador his favorite. I think Shiloh is his.
More like his brother is bad and hang
I
out
think
with him.
Shiloh is the one if he regretted any one of his children, he regrets him. And I ain't talking about in terms I had a son. I just think that's the one that he feel like it is what it is with you. But if you
Right.
look at how he treated Shador, he always treated Shador like Shador was just the best thing on earth. And if you listen to how he talk about Shador, he always talk about him in high regard. When he talk about Shiloh, it's kind of like, it is what it is. So I applaud Shiloh for not having or showing any hatred towards Shador for that. But I feel like Dion, man, you it's your fault that Shador didn't play his. Cause you didn't hold him to the same standard you had Shiloh.
Mhm.
That man can go out there and throw 18 interceptions in the game. You still gonna say Shador is the greatest? He was the greatest quarterback that game, that week of the NFL season.
Mm.
Now, what I do see happening, I do see Flacco getting hurt, getting nicked. I don't think it'll be a real injury. I think he'll be nicked like maybe like a bruised wrist or a sore thorn shoulder, something like that. a real baby issue where you be out of game or he might catch the flu or something like that, and then Shador come in uh and win 2-3 games. I think this first year, I think he gonna be the Cooper Rush of the Cleveland Browns.
All right.
I think Flacco get hurt or Flacco had to sit out for some time or he might have to take some time away from the game. Shador come in
Yeah.
there and get a quick 5-game win streak, look good. They take it from them, they miss the playoffs. And then next season they say, oh, hey, maybe we need to get Shador a try, or they might trade him. You
Right.
never know. I've been hearing rumors of saying they trying to trade him. Trade him, get him out of there. I know the Saints. I was just speaking earlier about the Saints. Hey, I was mad when I ain't see him. I kept saying, why y'all won't draft Shador? That's our only problem. We be need a quarterback for years. What y'all gonna take a crumb bum?
You don't believe in Tyler Shiloh, the 26-year-old rookie? Not Shiloh, but slow, something. Tyler something.
26-year-old rookie, and I'm supposed to respect him. As far as I'm concerned, he was 2 plays away from being that 37 year.
Yeah, shout out to the 30-year-old receiver in Arkansas this year.
Mm-hmm.
I spent at least 1,500 on you.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
All right, man. Yeah, that's all I had today, man. Just some sports topics, man. So anything you want to bring up, talk about, discuss, talk about Superman while you was gone on the movie. I'll talk about some more movies I saw
Man,
next. So
when you gonna watch Lucifer, man?
I'm gonna get to it, man. You gotta give me a little time, but I'm gonna get to it.
When you gonna watch Double Cross?
I'm gonna get to it, man. I got so much
You
stuff
know,
I gotta watch in the back burner. Like, people want me to watch Beauty in Black. I see my daddy want me to watch that. So it's a lot of stuff I gotta get on. But like I said, give me time. I ain't forgot about
I just want
you.
y'all to know. You see what I'm saying? I'm always the one there for him, but he always put everybody else above me.
No, I didn't.
Remember
I said
that,
I gotta watch it. I ain't watching it. You hey, don't forget you got to watch the boys.
bro. I've been wanting to watch that, but these kids, bro. I'm trying to find the right time to watch it.
You better
The
catch them
sec
when
the,
they super gone.
the second I be trying to watch it, I have something to do. I ain't
I
forgot
feel
about it.
that, man. That laugh for you. I don't get that, my man. Yeah, anything else you want to talk about, though, man?
Um, give me your top three. Give me your top three wrestlers all time. Now I'm not talking about a fan favorite. I'm talking about sure. If you had to start a franchise, you could only take these three
Uh,
of your personal liking.
okay.
Who?
Mm,
Which three wrestlers you taking?
uh, oh, man. I'm taking, I'm about to say, they all so similar, though. I want to kind of have something different. Where, just to start off, you got to give me four, because I got to have at least two matches.
Well, give me
So,
four.
give me,
Now, hold on. I
give
tell
me,
you what. I tell you what. Give me your top five, but your fifth one has to be the special referee because I always like them matches.
uh, okay. So four. Okay. So Bret Hart, Kurt Angle, Macho Man, and give me, uh, Macho Man, Bret Hart, and give me John. I don't really want to put John Cena. Um, give me Randy Orton, and then special guest referee could be John Cena. Hmm.
Cold, okay. Okay, okay, okay. I okay, okay. I can see it. I can see it. I can see
I'm
it. I can see it.
gonna tell you. I'm a mean.
So, so what version of Kurt Angle are we talking about? We talking about Kurt Angle or we talking about Kurt Angle?
Um, I'm talking regular sober Kurt Angle because Kurt Angle was great. Don't get me wrong, but his body was breaking down. But Kurt Angle, go put the Olympic gold medalist, wrestle with a broken freaking neck, like you like to say. The three eyes, intelligence, integrity, intensity. Yeah, give me that Kurt Angle all day of the week, any day of the week. So that's the one I want. Pause.
So, what was the worst era of wrestling since you've been watching it?
Mm, Probably, I want to say it was like probably about 13 to, no, yeah, about 13 to 18. 13 to 18, maybe 19, no, 18, 19, I was back then. 13 to 18. So either with 13 to 18, 14, 18. But yeah, man, it got to a point where I was almost gone. I was almost all gone from wrestling. Like,
Talking about the year
I
13 to 18 or
yeah, the years 2013 to 2018. I was almost gone, man. I was hanging on by a thread. I was looking at his things through YouTube. I would read about him. I would, I would watch the show on TV on cable, and if it didn't start off how I liked it, cut it off. Where I was almost gone, man. Like I was through. So this was 10. I think this is it. Yeah. So yeah, it was got to a point where, man, I almost didn't make it. I was ready to check out. I was starting to find other stuff more interesting. It just ain't do it for me no more. I was like, well, I had a good run, but I stuck in there. And if it weren't for certain wrestlers, I wouldn't have stuck in there. So yeah, I was almost gone, man. 2013. You don't know if it was 13 or 14, but it was definitely still 18.
so what wrestlers kept you invested?
Uh, the Shield, so Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and probably uh, it was new guys like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I was more so in the NXT back then than I was WWE. So I kind of watched them grow up. It was kind of like watching, you know, it was kind of like watching, the D Rose, the Steph Curry, the James Harden guys grow up because you've been watching them since like junior, senior year in high school all the way to now. So it's kind of like I'm following them all the way to the WWE main roster. So it was guys like that. If it weren't for them, I was gonna check out.
So if you was a wrestler in today's okay, I'm gonna ask you like this. I want you to break down your if you was a wrestler being introduced into the wrestling game now,
Mhm.
what would be your theme song? What would be your signature move? What would be your finishing move? And what would be your greatest match?
Uh, okay, say it one more time.
Okay, if you was a wrestler entering today's into in the wrestling world today, what
Uh-huh.
would you want your intro song to be? What would you want your finishing move, your signature move, and what you want to be known as your greatest match?
Okay, so my theme song would be uh my theme song would probably be "I'm the Man" by Aloe Black. Um, my my signature, what's my plant not punch line, but my signature line would be, "If you did not know, now you know." And finishing move, I probably have two. One would be off the top rope, I kind of want to do like a corkscrew moonsault, but kind of like when you jump up real high, twist your body, contort it. But it's kind of like you, basically like you running, turning around like a screw, rotating like a screw, and then you fall stomach first on the person, or back first, side first, whichever way you land. It's like they crush their ribs, and you momentarily don't got no air. Um, Regular finishing on the ground. I want to say I want to do something like a choke slam or a power bomb, but I ain't able to get anybody up like that. Pause. Uh, uh, I don't know. It'd be something where I drop you on your head. It's kind of like I pick you up halfway, lift you up, so I'm struggling up to get you off the ground, but immediately dump you on the top of your head, and I'd be called uh, uh, the brain teaser. So yeah. Match I would want to be known for. I'm big on elimination matches, so give me the elimination chamber. But if I can, if it's just a 1-on-1, give me that falls count anywhere. I want to be able to end you anywhere. So yeah, give me the falls count anywhere.
Who you
All right,
think
what
will
about
be
you?
your Who you think your greatest opponent would be?
Oh, oh no, you good. Sorry. That's all right. My greatest opponent probably be. It's got to be current or any era.
Huh?
Current or any era.
Current.
Um, Gunther. Yeah, it's the dude. He kind of he's tall, like two. He tall like 260. I say he's like 6'5", 6'6", 260. But he kind of got that body where he don't really work out where it's like a six pack, but he also ain't flabby and thick really. The way he be chopping people, drawing blood, shredding new citizens. Probably be Gunther. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, you good. Okay, yeah. What about you, bro?
They told me I was a wrestler. I'll come out there. That motivation. T.I.
I would love some TI, y'all. Burn like a pig, y'all. Love some
Only reason
pip.
I say that because hey, you better get on your job. Because I'm telling you, and my catchphrase gonna be, you ain't stay up late enough and you ain't get up early enough. I'm ready.
It's kind of a pedophile line, but I will allow it.
So, yeah. Finishing move, uh, 619, because I could never do it as a child on one of my cousins or nothing.
I
Sorry,
feel it.
Mr. L. And signature move, I'm sorry, Triple H. I got to take that pedigree from you. But just
Yeah.
the annihilation.
I
I
feel
remember
that.
one. I remember one time I did it on my step brother. Woo woo! But I
Yeah.
thought I knocked his teeth out of my.
Oh, I gotta drop you.
Yeah.
You know I
So
gotta drop you?
my great my match I would be known for. Um um let's see here. I could say TLC on the simple one, but I'd rather do that with a tag team partner.
Okay.
Um, I'll probably go What's the one? What's the one where they came? The Money in the Bank. Cause boy, when I used to love watching Money in the Bank matches, and I used to love playing that on SmackDown versus Raw. But I used to love that Money in the Bank match.
Okay, okay.
My greatest opponent would probably be I can't tell you today because I ain't watching, but just growing up, out of all the people, probably Shawn Michaels, because boy, it wasn't nothing to me more disrespectful than getting that drop kick to the face. It just was none more disrespectful to me. I'd rather you slap me, choke slam me, Batista bomb, whatever you want to do. But RKO, DDT, whatever. But drop kick me in the face.
Mm, I feel you.
Couldn't do it.
I feel that. I feel that. You come back. Oh, that's my bad. Okay, what else you got, man?
Um, without saying no names or dropping any hints. I just want to say, my brother is a real comedian. He might not be no stand-up comedian, but situational comedy.
Mm-hmm.
That man said he was somebody was giving him a sob story. He said, "I just gotta pee, man." Oh, what I gave me the laugh of the day, man. Y'all
You
might
silly,
consider that
man.
lame, but y'all just had to hear the conversation to understand why it was so funny. Give me. I tell you what. What would you say impacted you the most,
In terms of what?
or what would impact you the most? Wrestling being canceled, or LeBron James never existed?
Oh, wrestling. Uh, because without LeBron, I'd be arguing, and I know people gonna be like, "Oh, you just don't like him," but I'd be arguing that Kobe the GOAT instead of Jordan. So I would still have a GOAT argument. It's just would be LeBron. But yeah, it got me wrestling, man. That's what I grew up on. So I started with. I like that before I like the other sports or actual sports, however you want to put it. Uh, yeah. So it'd have to be wrestling. Yeah, I need that. LeBron, you can go. And Gloria never would have met Mr. James. Or I don't even know if her first. I don't know if her last name Gloria, but yeah, if she would have never met your daddy that night, it'd have been all right. But I need my wrestling. Wrestling gave me stories and gave me excitement, disappointment, anger. You go through the motions.
So when it comes to wrestling, what's a couple things that just left you uneasy? Like maybe an overturned match. A prime example, I give you like kind of like how all Cowboys fans still to this day say that was a catch.
You
What's
said
up?
what gets me about wrestling?
You're like what's something that leaves you uneasy, or something that you debate to this day?
Uh, if Eddie Guerrero wouldn't have died, Rey Mysterio would have never been in the Royal Rumble and never been world champion. I hate to say it because Eddie Guerrero, my boy, and I got nothing against Rey Mysterio because, as my brother knows, if it was one move I could pull off, fake wrestling at the house, on the couch, trampoline, whatever, it's the 619. So it's gonna seem like a shot at old what's his name? That old Rey Mysterio. But if Eddie Guerrero wouldn't have died, they wouldn't have gave that man the Royal Rumble win. They wouldn't have let that man have a record for 62 minutes in the Royal Rumble coming in number two. They wouldn't have gave that man the belt. He got sympathy because his best friend died tragically. His heart busted. He died in the bathroom floor or a hotel. If it wasn't for that, bro, that man would have never got the belt. So they gave that man out of sympathy. They gave it to him. So yeah, I can't get with it. It just don't sit right with me. He got rewarded because his friend died. So yeah, that don't sit right with me.
So do
And
you remember?
something, and another thing before I go, the thing I defend, maybe I'm wrong, but Bret Hart brother, Owen Hart, they had him come down the Raptors like a zip line, but the cable snapped because I guess they didn't test it how they were supposed to. Cable snapped. He fell at the edge of the ring, right there between the bottom rope and that hard part of the apron. Fell right there and died on impact. His blood was still on the mat. They were trying to wash it up and clean it up, and they took him to the hospital to see if they could save him, but obviously he died. But people give Vince McMahon a lot of flack because they was like, he should have ended the show, man. Your worker just died in the ring. End the show, end the show. But I defend him and I said, hey, the show must go on. Not sure if Vince McMahon had went with Owen Hart and followed him to the hospital, seeing if he was okay, seeing if he had died. Sure. Vince McMahon should have stayed back at the arena. He still should have let the show go on because them people paid hard on books. You wasn't gonna be able to give them a refund back. Might as well finish the show, but that's
I know
just
the
me.
ones that was there felt like they witnessed the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, so
And I bet you they felt how I felt when Dad asked us that question. If he getting beat up, is you gonna throw in the towel? And I said, no, let him die. Sorry. If it's in the street, yeah, break it up. But if we boxing or if it's professional in any sport, let me die though. Only reason I say that is because I could say I died one. I remember when I was almost about to die on that bed with COVID pneumonia. And I kept praying. I said, Lord, please don't let me die. Because if I die, ain't nobody going to honor my death. Big sorry nigga died from COVID. Come on, man. So, yeah, if I'm doing something like that, let me die. Like, Paul, I want to, like Paul Walker did. That man died then when he loved business, racing cars. Hey, but he died doing what he loved. Hmm. It's all right. So what about Michael Vick? Will you look at him? You know he a head coach at Norfolk State. Jim Kelly. Texas, man. What? Yeah, no injuries, yeah. Delaware State. Kept going. What you think about your boy, Teddy, Teddy Bridgewater? Yeah, backing up Baker. Quiz, man. No. All right, man. Y'all be easy.